Good evening. How is everybody doing? Listen, welcome to Thursday night with Pineapple. My name is Terrence Ramsey. They call me Mr. Pineapple out here in the community. Look, the CIO of Royal Blossom Company, formerly known as the Right Brand Clothing. Listen, we got some updates. We about to have a little bit of fun on this live, okay? We about to do this thing West Indies style, bro. Look, listen, this is about to be a real interactive live. Listen, that's why I got Buju playing in the background, because this is about to be live, okay? Listen, so I'm gonna give you a couple of updates on production and the brand and what's going on. Man, I don't know how everybody felt about the outage. We had an outage a couple of days ago worldwide with the IT. The computers and stuff was not working. Listen, that jump was crazy. So I haven't heard from a couple of my suppliers about production. So it's kind of crazy because it's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? They was like, man, our whole power was out on our internet. Our internet was gone. So it is what it is. So look, we still on for production. You might be a little bit behind, but I'm gonna start dropping the pre-order dates this weekend. You're gonna get an email. There's gonna be a Facebook blast and a Royal Blossom Company blast, okay, on the group. So I want you to stay in contact with me and watch my pages, watch your email, watch this YouTube stream, okay? This YouTube stream is growing. People are having fun with this, getting friend requests left and right. Everybody seems like they liking the podcast and how it's going. Listen, like Buju Bland time, we are blessed, okay? We are blessed. So let me tell you about this guy I'm about to bring you on. This guy is nothing but the life of the party. He loves to have fun. He's a retired veteran doing some amazing things out there in Georgia. Okay, we got somebody on Georgia on the line. Listen, we a worldwide brand. We getting everybody on the line, nationwide, worldwide, all that. Okay, so he is the founder of Plant Papi. He does, man. This guy, he's doing some great things. He has an amazing niche. So it was a little bit hard getting him on the live, but I got him on the live today. So without further ado, so let me bring on my boy Richard B.
What's up? Oh wait, hold up. Let me get out. Welcome to the jungle. What's going on, brother?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Plant Papi's here in Plant Papi's paradise, man.
Yes, sir. Looking good. That plant was looking good just now.
Oh yeah. I call this one Watermelon Island. You see what I'm saying? You got a little.
And he got next. See, look, he got
this Watermelon Island, man. From afar as the pot of plant, when you get up close,
ooh,
got your sand going on.
That looks
like a little watermelon during the summertime.
Yo, I need one of these plants, bro. I need to get one. I know they're gonna
traveling soon. We gonna get there. We gonna get you one. Matter of fact, I know which one you like. I mean, I ain't trying to tease you. I mean, this.
Come on, man. Like that's crazy.
So you didn't even get to see inside. He got a little moss going on. This is one of Plant Papi's plant babies up in here. You know.
Man, I need one of those. How much is that?
We'll talk offline, but no, nothing.
Oh, okay,
we'll talk offline because here's one of the things Plant Papi does. You don't sell anything. Plant Papi has plant babies, and you adopt plant babies with adoption papers. It's all clear words.
I ain't never heard nobody adopting plants, and you get a certificate.
We're working on those too, because it's a year. I'm getting into some of your questions, but it's everyone that's adopted a plant so far are in probation periods. So you see how, and then so when there's a certain probation period that's done, they get their adoption papers.
Wow.
just a little. It's not just plants over here.
No, you got a whole system. So we're gonna get into this system. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and get you started. So start by telling everybody where you from, a little bit about your background, and what made you start Plant Papi. How did you come up with that name?
Well, I'm originally from Miami, Florida, by way of my parents from Jamaica and Haiti. So I call it a Miami mix up. So anybody in Miami from 305, no one's actually from Miami. There's some kind of heritage background. So growing up there and going back and forth to Jamaica as a young child, it's green everywhere. I grew up with a mango tree and pear tree, aka avocado tree, in the backyard. So, and then we have they call them mother-in-law plants. We have these plants that just grow in the backyard wild. So that's the love of plants always been there since I was a child. I would, instead of just going outside and play with my friends, I go outside and cut the hedges and do stuff like that. The name Plant Papi, one of my fellow Marine veterans, he's from Dominican Republic, and his name's Ernesto. When I started doing this, I've always had plants around my apartment, and it's like, look, okay, Plant Papi, and it just kind of stuck. And then about a year ago, I started propagating, aka starting to replant other plants from the spider plant here, which they grow their plant babies. Literally, they call them spider plant because when it hangs, it looks like a big old spider. All right,
Oh
and
wow.
I started with those. Pop them off just like this. You see the nodes there, and in a couple of weeks, you drop them in some water, you get some roots.
Oh, you got systems.
That's got systems, man. I just hooked up a whole new batch right now, and they're starting their propagation stage.
Propagation stage. Can you explain to the audience about the propagation stage?
The propagation is basically just getting either clippings or small growths that either grow up and under from the other plant and starting a whole new plant. That's basically what that is. Plain and simple. So some of my plant babies I do get from other nurseries because just the time and space of the demand that's been happening. But with these, I can get a lot of off these. Like this one's actually one I've grown myself and it's matured and grown into more plant babies. So that the spider plant was my first baby, and ever since then I've been going.
So that means so your plants grow quick then.
They take about even one a little one like this, and even though you bunch of them, they grow as much as light and water as they need. But as far as these plant babies, they grow fast. They go pretty fast.
Okay. Do you have a personal nursery that you keep your plants in?
Yeah, it's called what's it called, the front patio. I got a front patio and a back patio. Like I said, I started as a hobbyist. I still consider myself a hobbyist. But everyone that's known me in the neighborhood is like the plant man or whatever like that. So I just get to
Plant
go
man.
out.
Plant
Yeah,
man.
plant man, but we in Georgia, so get a little country around here. Plant man, you know. Uh, but I actually, yeah, like I said, I've always had plants ever since I've been here in Georgia 9 years ago, and and I actually have the best view of the sun. The sun, of course, rises on this side, east and west, and I get the sun the whole time. So I have a great environment and a climate structure for my plants. Of course, when the cold kicks in, got to bring them inside.
Okay, that
Mhm.
sounds good. Let's see. Denise says my mother had a whole bedroom for her plants.
Oh yeah, yep. Shoot, all mine are all through the apartment. I'm looking at it right now. Each room either has a real plant and another type of plant, but I'll wait till we get to that another later in the interview.
Okay, that sounds good. So tell me your why and your vision on what makes you passionate about what you do with your Plant Poppy
Hmm.
business.
So the why, like I said, I actually the why I thought about when I was reading over some stuff just a while ago. Retiring out the Marine Corps, I'm used to having a lot of people under my charge, taking care of something, right? So before I really got into the plants, behind you can't see behind the setup. I started with an aquarium, so I had an aquarium full of fish and not lobster, but shrimps and snails. So I needed something to take care of, and for a long time I had my saltwater fish tank going well, but just like the animals, they can't talk back, all right, like Marines, but it helped me. Even starting with bro, one of my babies here, beta fish, the fighting fish. So I have these all throughout the house as well. And then it started growing into the plant. So the back vision of it is something to take care of, regardless of whether you know it needs to be taken care of. So that to me really drove the attention span onto Plant Bobby's vision. Like you have to pay attention. You can't just have it there. Oh, it's gonna be good. No, you gotta really pay attention of how much love/water needs, how much sunlight it needs. So it gave me purpose outside the military, Marine Corps specifically, after 20 years. So that vision was having something to take care of that's already existing, God's creatures, and being able to allow someone else to adopt them and do the same.
Mm, that's good. That's not much follow up with that. That's amazing. You know, there's a lot of people that come out of the military. They don't usually get themselves in nature. They try to stay away from nature because of the
Mm-hmm.
stuff they've been through.
Yeah.
You actually doing something to put yourself at a place of peace,
Yes.
harmony, and you know you get some time to really meditate and think too.
So therapeutic, brother. It's so
Therapeutic.
therapeutic.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's stuff like that. That's something that people can learn from you about becoming one with nature, and
Mm-hmm.
getting into nature, getting the sun, taking your feet off. Caribbean people, we go
Yeah.
outside barefoot,
What you
don't
talking about?
care.
I don't have shoes on right now. Yes, right.
I don't, man,
Got to get grounded. But
gotta
that's a
get
whole nother
grounded.
topic.
You gotta get grounded with the ground itself. That way
Right.
you can feel one with the environment. That's
Mm-hmm.
real good. How long have you been in business?
Like I said, I've been doing this for a while, but I would say my first pop-up shop, I do vending shops or deliveries, was just about a year ago. June 11th was I did my first pop-up shop. But I remember I had made a post about my front yard. I had my fish. I was showing off my fish and the plants in the background. I was like, how much you selling that one for? I was like, selling? I'm not trying to sell nothing. So I would say about a year, about from April. April was when I got the attention of starting to do it. In June 11th specifically of 2023 is when I started. So I'll say about a year.
About a year. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I see. Yeah, I've been seeing you for this past year. I mean,
Yeah.
your promo video has been tight. So
Appreciate it.
look like you've been in business for a couple of years. Look like you got a podcast about plants and nature.
It's on the list. It's on the wish list and goals and stuff like that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, what would you say the process of maintaining your plants and gardens for sale when you go up to pop-up shop? What's your process in getting to
Ooh,
pop?
well, it's funny you say that because I actually have a pop-up shop this Saturday. It's called Lunar Bazaar. It's going to be at the Theater Albany right here locally. It's from 6 to 9. So the preparation is not just the plants, because have you seen from some of the posts and how I do it? It's the I hate to use the word just vibe. It's the atmosphere. It's the atmosphere. It's the setup. Even sometimes when I have the space, I'll bring these backdrops as well. So I call it Plant Papi's Paradise. So the process is to make sure I don't take out anything that's not healthy. So any plants that are not doing good, I would not have somebody adopt them if they're not healthy. So I'll make sure they get their water there before if they haven't been watered already. Trying to keep a water schedule is tough. So I've been kind of doing it by hands, not so much by ear. So make sure everything's healthy. I actually have to load up my vehicle, the tables, the plants, the setup, and everything like that. But it's a daily thing. It's a daily thing, especially now that our summer's popped up and the heat is over here in Georgia's in the 90s. So I even have some of my own personal bell peppers and chili peppers that I'm growing. So it'll be 2 days and they start weeping. Yeah, I forgot to bring that one in, but I played around with that and that started.
Okay, so you out here growing vegetables too.
That's another whole area. Yep. Right now I have edible plants right now. So it's the aesthetics and the decoration, stuff like that. But that's in the process. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sure.
I like how you taking steps on what you're doing, because you can really expand this to a
Yeah.
whole nursery business to where people can come shop, people can come and talk, fellowship, get to know the atmosphere, as well as also maybe people place orders online, orders for pickup, and possibly shipping process. But we'll talk about that later on.
Yeah. Right.
So I want. So what would you say is the transporting process from event to event? How do you transport your plants without damaging them?
Oh man, I have those. So believe it or not, it's if you think about if you go to Walmart big lots and they have a shelving system where you have those square little totes that you push in and pull out and put things into it. That is actually what I use. So with my SUV, I pack each plant. There's no specific way they go. It's how it fits, and I'm gonna tie that in back to something that really it's also helped inspire me. So I'll just say it's like Lego blocks. So you get a set that has instructions. You build something, and after you tear it down, you can build what you want, right? So I actually have to pack them in small little cube boxes, bring them down from two stories. So it's a workout. So you have to pack the plants, and you have to load the plants, and then you have to drive there, unload, set up, and then vice versa all the way back. So I've timed it, and I'll do it all together. It's about a 4-hour process to be set up from waking up home, getting everything there, and then because it's hot here, I don't even have on Plant Papi's uniform, which is like Hawaiian. Like I see, like first of all, I see this, I see the swag, I see the shirt you got on now. I see what.
Yeah, this is what we do.
You know every time you Plant Papi, I see what you're doing.
I said, look, I said I was gonna match your energy. I told you, this is what we do.
I like it. Where you get it from? I need that.
You know what? I got these. I don't know.
Wait, stop. See, you bet. You didn't see what I said. I need that, but I need it from Mr. Pineapple's brand.
Yeah, but look, listen, when I come out with these shirts, you're gonna lose it. You're gonna know. You're gonna be the first man that I call.
You know it. But yeah, the packing process is pretty tedious. Like I said, in the future plans, there's gonna be not just my personal bill, it's gonna be a whole thing. I have been making notes. So Plant Papi's Paradise and Plant Papi itself is going to grow. But right now it's really just me packing, loading, unloading, unpacking. And of course, as you can see, these are very delicate, and also some could be very heavy. They're the glass.
That's aloe vera?
Yes, sir. See, we got everything. Aloe vera with a little decor. So we got some healing stuff over here. Actually, I have some of my old aloe vera leaves that are in the sink, ready to wash, to put in the blender so I can make some stuff for the skin, for me personally. So that's going to be in the future as well.
Man, that's crazy.
Uh-huh.
So would you say that it's safe to put your plants in the car overnight while you go to the event?
That's funny you say that. Overnight, yes. During the daytime, no. So I actually have to do that unless I plan on getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So, and because my military sleeping patterns, it's tough to get up before 10 o'clock. All right. So I actually, this Friday evening, I will be loading and packing the car. As soon as the sun goes down, As soon as the sun goes down, I'll be packing and loading the car in there. And then as soon as the sun rises, I set an alarm and I crack the windows, just like human beings. It gets hot in there. So I set down the windows, and when it gets to a certain temperature, I leave the car on with the AC running, because I have had plants that have burned, the tips have burned, or just melted and just got destroyed by thinking, oh, it'll be all right. And no, it's especially something leafy like this plant where I had a spider plant, or like this, don't like direct sunlight, where the aloe vera can take direct sunlight. Like, don't you like even the peace lilies? I got to keep them inside. It's too hot.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. I was always curious about that too.
Because it's a heat element. So even the ones you get in the nursery, they'll tell you the temperature range. So even right now, trust me, I had a lot of trial and error in the last year of just learning what can be in direct heat. Even like these spider plants, if they start inside, you just throw them outside. It's going to take time for them to acclimatize and get used to the new temperatures. Even if you start them in direct sunlight, it'll be fine, but at a certain temperature, it will burn. Like the pothos that a lot of people have in their homes. I have this one I'm looking at right now in my kitchen that's been there going on 9 years. Never repotted it. So some are really low maintenance, and it matters on the type of plant it is.
Okay. Denise has another question. Said, do you teach plant classes, and how do you grow them, etc., veggies too?
I don't teach plant classes, and it's a coincidence, the timing of our class, and even that question, because like myself, I'm self-teaching myself, right? So whatever I do know, I'll pass along. Um, Even with the kids in the neighborhood, there's a young girl that used to live downstairs. I just teach her what I know. So I take that back. I teach what I know, but I don't give classes per se. So even when someone adopts a plant baby from Plant Papi's Paradise, I'll tell them I don't grow anything. I don't try to take care of anything that I can't take care of. Nothing leaves the house if I haven't taken care of it for at least a week, or if I know it's healthy, it's like, this is fine, and I'll give them my personal instructions and let them know. But as far as the veggies, like I said, this has been new, so it really was like dice, throw it in the dirt, see what happens. Watch a couple of YouTube University videos, and it's like it works. So right now, I meant to bring them in, and they're right there on the patio. I could show you. I have some orange and red bell peppers that are growing out of a damaged vase that I happened to throw them in there. And it looks beautiful. So veggies and chili peppers right now, and even downstairs, a friend of mine and I are taking care of a pumpkin patch. I can't make this up. Her Halloween pumpkins, toss it over, and this Mother Nature took over.
How big is the plants that you were just describing?
The vegetable ones.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll grow as big as whatever container you have them in. So I have some in a small bed that hangs on my balcony, and they're about 2 feet high, and one, and I could tell the difference. So the size of the plant is how big those peppers will get. So the ones I have potted, the peppers are probably about the size of my two thumb knuckles, and the other one is about the size of this. It hasn't got its color yet.
Okay. Are they big enough? You want to grab them?
Say less. I'll be right back. In the meantime, I'll have you take a look at. You probably seen it on the post, but one of the things I love about Plant Papi is also the nostalgia of things that people like. So with superheroes, and who doesn't like Hello Kitty? So they love this. So I'll let Hello Kitty sit here with y'all while I go get these bell peppers real quick.
Gotcha. Look at that. See, he don't brought the heat. He bringing the plants. He got creativity. When I say this man is doing his thing, this man is doing his thing. He ain't even playing no games. Like, he crushing this thing. I'm definitely gonna be getting me some plants from him. We gonna work out some things in this live, but I'm gonna tell you, this is one of the biggest things about purpose driven, and people understand when you're putting people in the purpose, you just don't know what you don't know about businesses. And I love it to where he is doing some things that are gonna change the community. Like, the crazy thing is, what he's operating in his passion and his why, and he's using this as a therapeutic mental health session too. So that's not a lot of people do that, especially coming out of the military, especially coming from jobs and all of that. And people gotta really realize, oh, that looks good. That look like something. That look like some man. That was a West Indian plant.
Yes. So as you can see, like I said, this was something I actually found in the thrift store. And so it did have a little damage, so I wouldn't sell it because around the rim has some damage. So I said, I'll do this. But like I said, these are my store-bought bell peppers. I end up taking the seeds, and now I got some red on this side, and I got one orange on this side. So this is literally homegrown right here. And as you can see, I have another vetigrated spider plant I grew with it for decor, but it's growing. So I will be trying to eat. I will be eating these soon as they get some more size on them.
Yeah. Okay. I love that. So tell me, I see there's a few plants in your background. Can you tell us the names of them and a little bit about each plant that's in your background?
Yes, sir. So there's two that I call imposters, or the fake plants, and that's these. So these are actually not real. But what you see right here is that one of the many mothers of the ones I told you I propagate. So there's a spider plant, and they grow a lot of these on them. And like I said, I'll snap them off, which are these right here, and grow them in the roots. So that's the spider plant, real easy to maintain, low maintenance. And behind me, I have the it's one of an apothos pothos family, and I
Is
want to
that
mess with this. It's
disco
the
ball?
was that? Listen,
I'm gone.
you say you wanted a party, Mr. Pineapple.
That man.
Hey, we brought the party to you.
Look, listen. He got a disco ball. Listen, he got a disco ball. That's creative right there, boy.
So that's one of the things about Plant Papi. I can go from this, really calm down type of pots or vases, or I can do something that's very unique and special looking. So those are the ones I have behind me. But in front of me, like I said, I show you the spider plant, I show you the aloe, show you the spider plant, but I show you the peace lily. So peace lilies are really known, unfortunately, for like people at funerals. So I've had to I do repotting as well. So when I repot some peace lilies, I actually do them like if they were to do the person that passed. I wash them down, take all the dirt off, wash them down to the root. This is one of them I got from a nursery in a strawberry, wow. Big old strawberry pot, right? And the reason why the pun of this is fun is a strawberry, a piece in the strawberry, but the strawberry ain't piece because it's eating all the other fruits but the strawberries. It's a whole menace, but yeah, he's all right.
Wow, ladies are gonna have a field day.
Oh, they love it. They love it. And then of course the ones that really need low maintenance, good old cacti or cactuses and succulents.
Man, you over here selling cactus?
Rastafari, like a lion.
Yep.
So yeah, different containers, different pots. Sometimes I don't even use things that are made for plants. I've actually used a cooking pot. I put stuff in old lamps. So the whole creative thing of making Plant Papi's Paradise different is just that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So when you have your plants and when you're marketing your plants to people, do you have specific rooms that you put your plants in?
Moods, you said? Like a different mood?
Different moods and plant, like different rooms.
Oh, rooms. So, yes, like a peace lily is peace lily and some other ones are very delicate. I make sure they're in a climatized, like in the house between, of course, right now it's hot. I'm not going to run the house down to 40, but no higher than 80 degrees because they will start to weep and start to get really rough. But the thing is, when I do take it out for vending events, I keep them on display for a while and I'll give them a break and back and forth. But everything else is right now. I think today's high was 96 degrees.
Hot.
Everybody, all the plants. This one lives outside on patio, so they all are already climatized to the heat. So when I have to take them out to a vending event, they're just fine. The only ones I watch are the ones like this pothos behind me and the peace lilies that will get a little shock when I bring them out. So some plants, according to the size or the delicacy of the container or the glass, I won't bring out to vending events, but I will deliver them to them, meet them somewhere.
Well, you got delivery services too?
Yeah, why not? So we got delivery service, we got repotting service. So some people hit me up in the inbox like, hey, they'll send me their pictures. I'll come pick it up for a small fee and I'll repot it, watch for a couple weeks, month, or however long it need be, and then surprise them and deliver it back to them. Presentation, service. So, and as you see the word service, Marine Corps military service. My resume speaks for itself.
Sound like you on something really big, and I don't want you to ever stop working on that. I want you to really pray about this thing because I can see some things really about to pop off, and I want you to be in a proper position to receive the blessings when they come.
Listen, there's no plan for this. I mean, you and I have talked before. I still do some photography. I still do some entertainment hosting. But this is the newest passion that I don't hear him like some people say hear them. I'm shown stuff, the way I hear from our Lord and Savior is through with like this. Like, I'm gonna show you this. I'm like, nah, it's not gonna work, and it's working. It's not making me any Bill Gates money, but it's feeding this, and it's feeding this, and it's feeding this. And for like I've had people cry, people have used these as gifts, and just all kind of. There's always literally some kind of testimony with certain and stories that go with some adoptions for plants. It's been a journey. It's been an amazing journey.
And you know what's so funny? Well, my business and your business have in common. You have unique names for each
Mhm.
item, each plant. You have a name for it. Same thing
Right.
with my clothes. Everything has some type of Caribbean name or fruit name, vegetable name.
Yeah.
It's also promoting, different health foods, lifestyle, vibe, fun, peace,
Yeah.
vibration high, and it's I see a lot of that same similarities in your business too, and where it's going to go. So the uniqueness in what you're doing that will separate you from like somebody selling plants on a corner or at a flea market is
Hmm.
you have a story behind your plants. You have
Right.
a unique name behind it, and that's what's going to really draw people to the plant. Not only the plant, also draw people back to you because the way you carry yourself, the way you dress, and the way your charisma is to where people
Appreciate that.
actually want to shop with you because they're not only buying the plant, but they're buying Rich B.
Appreciate that. And that's true. Same with you. So, um, with even the business, you don't want your name behind the business, but you do want your person behind the brand. So that's what Plant Pop is about. So it's a brand. It's a all the things you said. I need to repeat it. Lifestyle, a memory, or even just like a simple gift to someone else. And like especially Valentine's Day. This last Valentine's Day was a hit because I didn't use it as a marketing tool, but it's true. Like roses. What? There's a lot of young ladies that love roses, but a plant, it's there, and they get to actually show how. I says like, I think she gets to show you how much she loves you by how much she's going to take care of this plant, and it meant something. I've run into people say, "Hey man, she still got it." I was like, "That's great." I was like, "Now you make sure you water her just like she watered that plant." You know.
That's good, man. That's good stuff. Now, what would you say though? I'm gonna ask you a follow up question about watering the plants. What would you say the lifespan of your plants be?
So when it comes to aloe vera, very, 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 very long time. Um, Actually, most plants can live as long as you can take care of them. And certain ones, like even like the spider plants that start off with root systems like this, and then into root systems like this, and into if I was to unpot the one in the Hello Kitty, it'll keep going. So it just like us when we're little kids and we're growing out of our shoes, we have to get new shoes. Sometimes a lot of plants have to get repotted. They'll grow out of their pots. So if you don't, with most plants, and I use the spider plant for an example, especially this one has to be repotted. It's been in this pot for maybe a year and a half now. And if I was to unpot this right now, it'd be root bound, as we call it. So it's already absorbed all the soil, all the nutrients. Is nothing but roots. So if you leave it in this for another year or two, it will die because it won't have its nutrients and it doesn't have enough space. So it really does. I don't like to say it depends, but it depends on the plant. Aloe vera, same thing. I have one I need to repot, which is I have to wear long sleeves and gloves because they are going to need to be repotted. Now, some like cactus, and some most succulents are fine in what they are in until they don't have enough light. So it really depends. Like I said, I'm looking at a plant that's been hanging up there for about 9 years, close to 9 years. Fluffy.
Okay, so that sounds real good. These women in my comments talking about, man, I need some more wild plants around me because I just want more plants, and so I can be at peace. So
Yes.
you the
Yeah,
man
and
right now.
tell her I said yes.
Look. Let me tell you something. Better hit this man up and let him know how you feeling. He
Listen.
gonna get it to you.
And matter of fact, while we're live, do not say the K or the D word around them. Y'all cover your ears. We don't kill and they don't die. It's you. If you have that kind of what's it called mindset. Actually, I play with words. If you have that kind of root set, like plant roots, what's gonna happen? So and it's like, oh, all I do is kill plants. No, you don't. You just didn't know what to do, or you did. Especially most mothers, not trying to be making sexist, but they overwater because they're natural nurturers. If they have children, oh, you just need a little more. And because of my passion, I tend to do that sometimes too. Sometimes you just gotta leave them alone. Gotta leave them alone.
Yep. You see these women in my comments, they're not playing tonight. They not playing. They're not playing. This is Mother Earth
It
Green
is,
eye.
and it's great. It's great to purify the air in your homes too. It's
Yeah, she got a whole garden. She loves plants. She'll
I
be at your market every week. She'll be there every day, and we
nice.
get a new plant. Got a new
That's
one.
right. I envy that because right now I don't have the space for a garden, but when that time comes, it's a wrap. So I
Okay.
manage my back and front patios for now, and it's great.
Yeah. I'm gonna go bring you to my next question.
All right.
So before I go into my next question, there's a good analogy that I want to use about when you're in that pot and you start got to repot and
Mm-hmm.
and you got when you're growing. You can use that same analogy when you're in your environment. When you start
Yeah,
to outgrow your environment, you just need to be unrooted and repotted
most
into
definitely.
a new pot so you can grow, so you can expand and grow to your full potential. So just like one of my visions about blossoming and blooming into purpose, the same
Mm-hmm.
thing with your plants. They once they outlive that little small space, outgrow it, they need a new pot, and you can use that analogy as far as the people in your circle too. When
Oh
you
yeah,
outgrow
man.
people, you need a new circle, unroot yourself, and plant yourself in a new soil.
I'm glad you said root because there's such thing as root rot, right? So because you got to learn your market, you got to learn who and what. So most people don't have a lot of time to wake up in the morning or whatever all day and water things. So they need some what is a low maintenance. So even a plant like this, there's no drainage in here, but there's about 1 to 2 inch of drainage. But if you still, even with the drainage, if you water it too much, you will drown the roots and become root rot. And I'll go into the analogy of what you're talking about with people. Sometimes people will give you root rot because they no longer giving you the nutrients that you require. Not that you've so much outgrown them, but they no longer have the nutrients that you need to keep growing.
That's good stuff. See, you hear it from the master man with the plant itself. So let me ask you this. I know that you still growing your business. You just recently started this thing.
Mhm.
I'm assuming that you don't have an online store yet.
No, not yet. That
Oh, he done cut out. As soon as we get to the most important question, then he cut out. But he'll be back on. It's all good. So let me go through the comments real quick. There you go. See, they trying to cut you out.
yeah.
The internet still Microsoft trying to trip again.
They don't want us to grow, bro.
They
They
don't
don't
want
want us
us
to
to grow
grow.
out here. You know what I'm saying? We
Okay.
all we helpful. We plant
Huh?
based.
Oh, well, hey, I'm strapped. I'm strapped. What's up?
Look, I
What's up?
got Maxwell in the background. Look, Maxwell gonna tell them about themselves. Okay, we got Maxwell. You got your strap, so we gonna be good. We got a
Hey,
lot of
Marines always
backup,
ready.
and then we got all these ladies on it. They want their plants. They not having that right now.
No.
Oh my goodness. So since you don't have your online store, I was gonna ask.
What?
Kosi asked you, can you ship? And I know we briefly talked about it. I know. So tell us about the shipping process when you're able to start shipping.
Mhm.
What's the process and what may be some risk involved in shipping plants?
Okay, I'm gonna reverse. So there's no online store. So even right now, my personal Facebook has been the source of contact, and of course, if I make contact with people via telephone number, I have an Apple phone, so I have a shared folder, so I'm able to share what I have. But like I said, I'm kind of local right now. But when it comes to shipping, there's a lot of insurance involved, and there's a lot of the agriculture part. So that's the whole licensing thing, and to make sure in the right boxes and all that stuff to make sure they don't get destroyed. So God forbid, you got a guy or a lady like Ace Ventura kicking around your plant box, it's a problem. And then there's going to be refunding. So it takes a lot of time and policy. So at the moment, it's not it will happen, but because it's very delicate.
Yeah, I could see that being process when I order the plant. You have to it's guys go through a lot of different processes and stuff.
Mhm.
So I would say, so would you say your niche? Would you say that you're in the agriculture business?
More yes and yes. I want to say yes, and also horticulture because I'm actually going to be I'm studying that right now. So agriculture is more of a broad aspect. So even with that part of the agriculture that I have, mine is more of a niche match plant with pot slash vase. So I'll say this, brother, and I'll be real. To me, it's more of an art, right? Because the it's even one of my favorites, like Watermelon Island. It's an art because it's, of course, like I propagate all the plants here, and then I'll sit there and like this with a whole inventory of different pots and vases I have. It's like, and it'll be something real plain, something like to say a black pot, a white pot, or I will find something very unique, like the line here, and then add sand to it and make it like that. So I would say this is more of an art slash agriculture type of thing.
Okay, that sounds good. So let me go back to the comments. Cup Coach said we cannot be stopped. He wants your number, so
Most definitely.
she said, I just want my plants. I don't care about them shipping costs. I don't care about what we gotta go through. I want my plants. I want
You're
them
gonna get it happening.
We're gonna figure this
plant
out.
babies, it's gonna happen.
All right, that sounds good. Cause I gotta get me some plant first. I'm supposed to get mine first. Okay, everybody else, y'all got to wait because I gotta get my plant first. I've been asking my plant. He ain't even sent me my plant.
I've been stalling with you because you would hate me. I'm gonna share something I've that's been adopted. Different types have been adopted in the past. I'm looking for something specifically for you, Mr. Pineapple. That's all I'm gonna say. So when I get it, you'll know.
I know you going at Royal Pineapple at Royal. That's what you gonna do. That's what they always do. At what I expected.
We're gonna make it happen.
Yes, sir. I'm excited about that. So let me ask you one last question.
Okay.
Is there any type of plants that people are commonly allergic to?
Not that I know of. If anything, well, we know the aloe vera is very healing, but as far as I know, it's usually not the plant. It can either be if bad soil starts to create and it has bugs and stuff like that. That can be a thing. But if there are some people that have allergies to plants, which is really bad and rare, because if that's the case, then they can't go outside. If anything, they're probably more allergic to pollens and blossoms during the springtime. So even when I moved down here to Georgia, it was bad. The pollen was kicking my behind. So usually it's the pollen and the bloom of a plant, not so much the plant. When that makes sense.
Okay. So would you
if anything, there's certain plants that pets would be allergic to. So I usually ask that if that dogs or cats, because even like my pet, they like they chew on stuff, and I watch. But usually some people don't know that some leaves help as a digestive thing for a lot of animals, like for human beings. But dogs have to be specific with dogs, like the male, I can't remember off the top of my head, but the male or the female version of a sago palm is poisonous to dogs. So when it comes to people who have pets, they got to be careful with what they have around their animals, and the discipline that the animal has.
Oh, okay. Let me see what Kosi said. Pineapple, I'll buy you a plant, but I'll be there soon. I'll pick mine up. She just don't care. Like it's just,
the thing is, she care. She care. What's the young lady's name? I gotta make sure I remember. I write that down.
Kosi.
Oh, and something else I wanted to add to what you were asking about. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. I had another question. Her name. You want me to put her name back up there?
Yes, please. Yeah. What's your question, brother?
Do you recommend people having like humidifiers around their house when having plants?
Yes, especially if they're gonna travel. Oh, let me back that up. According to what kind of temperature they keep in their homes, you know what I mean. So, I personally don't have humidifiers. I let the plants do their thing, but I usually don't let the house go past 60 or 76 degrees. And God willing, when the summertime, when the wintertime comes up, it gets a little rough. So even during the winter time, when I have to bring plants in, I'll bring them in and still keep the temperature really low. But humidifiers do help, especially when I'm ready to get a actual nursery going and stuff like that, because it's more of the climate issue. You know what I mean?
I got you. Okay. 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 Cool. 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 Let's see what she say. It's called passion, like you are about your muffins. So okay, so when y'all do meet, you gotta so understand.
Just
Like she
throwing
got these muffins that are legendary that I put the community on. I think you will love them too.
Yeah, but got sweet too.
The cinnamon muffins. You know how we Caribbeans feel about cinnamon.
Of course, we know about that. We gotta talk about. Yeah, man.
Let me tell you something. Like, look, that junk when I first tasted them things I swear I thought them things had all kinds of crack in them because they were too good.
How'd you like this? You got any more muffins?
Got any more? Like, and they sugar free.
Sugar free.
Look,
Wait, what? You said sugar free? Oh
sugar
man.
free,
So that's so she got non-crack muffins. I like it.
non-crack muffins.
I like it a lot.
Yes, sir. And of course,
Mm-hmm.
Sunshine said I would like a plant for my office. Yep.
Great. So
So
I'll tell the viewers that have a yeah, the offices have been a hit, even on the military base here where I'm at in Albany. Um, I've had late like some not just, and here's the thing, that's I'll make something straight. Plants are not just for ladies, and then it has been, but it's a stereotypical thing. You know, like myself, I'm obviously a plant lover, but they have this whole thing where they've been surprising each other with different plant babies of what I have posted. So if they are looking for the inventory, which I usually keep running on my story. My Instagram, I want to get a different Instagram for that. So right now, they can find me on Facebook at Richard A. Bailey, and you'll find usually most of my things there. But I will be getting the official Plant Papi page up running, whether it be Instagram and or Facebook, so that way I can keep the fresh inventory. But like I said, once I have people's phone numbers, I add them to the shared drive, or shared folder with the photos of the plant babies that I have on deck.
see, there it is. Let's see. Denise said I need an indoor plant. All these people coming in, leaving, they need plants.
There it is.
Great, I
So
appreciate it, brother.
I would like so have them drop in where are they? Like what part of the
Everybody, drop your locations.
drop the
Drop
location.
your locations,
Because
please.
I'm about to make a road trip soon anyway, so I was gonna try to wait till I tell you that, but yeah, so
Okay, drop your locations, and then we can go from there. We're gonna wait patiently until you drop your locations.
And I'm gonna share something. I'm not being sponsored by anybody. Actually, I forget the company, but you could always a good old Amazon. This has saved not my life, a lot of plants' lives. Is a moisture meter, and I never heard of it until this. Of course, the algorithm showed it to me. So what you do is it really has dry, moist, and wet, and I'll give you a demonstration, and it helps me know if I need to water the plant baby or if I don't. So we'll bring
That's
Hello
the
Kitty
first
back.
time I've seen that. I learned something new. He got a what? He got
Right, and it's pretty accurate. So even though the Hello Kitty has the drainage, so what I do is I try to stick it close to the root area. Hopefully, I don't do a lot of damage. I don't know if y'all can see it. I can't see it right from there, so I'll tell you myself. And it says dry, and then because I know the weight of it is pretty light, but as you can see, the roots will take every bit of nutrient. So I'd rather it be a little dry than over wet because it will create fungus and root rot and stuff like that. But this is a very interesting tool. And even when it comes to water and stuff that don't need a lot of water, good old sprayer slash spritzer helps. And especially if you just over water, just keep spraying, and eventually the water will get down to the roots. So that helps.
okay. Let's see where everybody's in from. Denise says Tampa Bay.
All right.
Koshi says Palm Beach County.
Okay. I'm sometimes in Palm Bay with some family there.
Okay, Brett says Virginia.
Virginia.
Said these are great. He said it's been so hot here. My little outside pedal garden needs that. The meter.
Oh yes, because like I said, okay, every 2 days you can't. It's hard to go off a day system when it comes to plants, and every plant is different. So aloe, like I said, I've literally had aloes out of the ground, just in a pot, no dirt, just air, for about a year and a half, and I just put them in some dirt. So aloes are pretty strong, but anything like this that's real leafy, and I wish I didn't I wish I would have not watered this and brought another one so I could show you the hue difference. When it needs water, it'll tell you it's real pale. It's just real pale. And even though I just cut these off, if I leave these out off without putting these in water soon, they'll start getting pale themselves too. So just like us humans, they need water. Like their soil is like our blood, and just like every other human, especially melanated people like us, they need the sunlight. So
And
pretty easy.
Brad said I may have missed it. Did he anything? No, he doesn't have his website yet, but it's coming up soon. It's
Coming
coming.
up, we're a year
So
in.
just follow. So what you can do, follow him on Facebook at Richard Barely Plant Papi.
Richard A. Babe. Actually, I'll show you one of the cards right here. I have 4 quotes I use, but this is one of my favorite ones. So I have these my business cards out there.
This dude, look, can't tell him nothing.
So silly. So this quote is negativity is a disease, positivity is contagious. That's just one of the quotes. And the reason why he was like, remember it said on the brand, right? So of course the shirt has a plant. So when people get this, like they ask, what do you do? Strikes up conversation, and it lets me be able to read off them how much time I need to absorb from them as far as what I do. So it's like it gives them a chance to actually look it up. But of course, I'll say I arrange plant arrangements. I put together plant arrangements, and you can find one you like to adopt. You can adopt it. But yeah, it's easy business card. This is another one I got to share with you, brother. Because I have 4 different quotes that I use, and we're going to be revamping. But you have, if you're not growing, you're dying. That's actually one of my favorite. That's something I just made up a while back. And then live youthful to survive in spirit forever. That's you know who those are for. You know who those are for. And this is another one for all the business folks. Investing today instead of in gambling on tomorrow. Keep gambling stuff away. You ain't gonna get a minute back. But if you invest, this what is it? 51.51 minutes. People that I would have never known or known me making some kind of investment. Time is the biggest currency. I'm gonna shut up though. But time is the biggest currency. Forget
that's good. So matter of fact, let me get my book too. Second.
Get the book, bro.
Go ahead and talk to the audience real quick.
Yes, they want to hear from you. I hope you hear it. So even when you asked about what inspired me with plants and blah blah blah, passion goes back to that. So even before I started Plant Papi and / Plant Papi's Paradise, my youngest passion was Lego block. Like I said, once again, I'm not being sponsored by them, but Lego, like literally, and us Lego heads know we say Lego instead of Legos, but Lego was my childhood toy, so to say. And even now, I still collect Lego, but they done messed up when they made the botanical line, brother. I don't know if you know it. So even during Valentine's Day, or sometimes I bring out to the shop, I bring out Lego minifigs, but this is Lego. Lego actually has a botanical series. So in every room in my apartment, there's a Lego plant and a real plant. And then even recently for a very special event of mine, which you know about, this was the bouquet, the Lego rose bouquet. So the inspiration of the adult version of Richard, aka Plant Papi, was inspired by the little boy, Little Richie, as Murdale would call him, my mother, Richard. So sometimes people's passions actually come from their youth, whether it be pain, joy, happiness, all those emotions. And sometimes if we go back to that, here's a pun, the root of the childhood person, it will literally blow and blossom into the adult passion in you, which will eventually turn into business. So I'm so glad that I get to invest my time into my passion, which eventually will grow and be an economical resource to just keep going back into the cycle. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. So I found the first page. It's on page 65. Black Essential Wisdom. This was recommended me by Miss Tiny Addison. She recommended me this book about a month ago, and I got it. I don't know if any more copies are in circulation, but you want to mess around. It's a whole. Basically, it's not a hard read. It's just quotes for each chapter.
I like that. You have to inbox me that again.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna read something that I think is profound to this line. What I remember was abiding sense of comfort and security. I got plenty of mothering not only from my pop and my brothers and sisters when they were home, but from the whole of our close knit community. Paul Robeson.
That's pretty dope. And you know what? Just like what you're reading, the small reads is unlike the I'm sorry, I forgot her name, but Miss the other one that's a gardener. When it comes to what you said, when it comes to dealing with a lot of things, a lot of people can't deal with a full garden. Some people can't deal with a lot on their plate because it's just not them. I didn't think I could take care of all this. So when you have one thing to focus on, it's just as valuable as someone doing a whole garden because everybody's um, capacity for passion is different for different things.
Mm, yeah,
That's my opinion and my view on it.
agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another one. I think I've
What you
read
got?
this on my other live too. Um, Hold a true friend with both hands.
That's good.
African proverb. So
That's as simple as a hug, brother.
hug, affection, all that same thing, man. It's like I noticed that when you talk about your plants, you always hold them with two hands.
Two hands. I'm looking at a spot where I've asked, and I have still have a habit, even with my fish bowls, because according to how thin that glass or material is, if you grab it by one hand, crack, pop, drop. So you got to grab two hands from the bottom and handle them with care. Because to me, you know the old quote, keep your friends close, your enemies closer. If you keep
Yep.
your friends just as close, them enemies can't get to you, man. You
Yep.
know. So I like the phrase: keep your friends close and study your enemies. Then they're no longer your enemies. Then they're just an asset because you know how they work. So because I mean, a man like myself, I'm not running from anything, not so much physically, but I'm not going to run from confrontation. But if I understand how the person works, I know how to defeat them from here, or even better, right here, right up there.
It is. That's it. That's it, man. That's all the questions I have for you, man. Do you have any
Appreciate it.
closing remarks or anything that you want to tell these ladies about these plants?
Oh man, so like I said, I appreciate everybody being patient with me. We as far as Plant Papi's Paradise will be working on shipping process, brother here. So please find me on Facebook at Richard A. Bailey. And when I do get the official page running, you'll see it feed from there. But even right now, you'll see I'm backed up on some of the events. You will see how the events are run. It's the setup, it's the photo shoot with the new plant parent with a new plant baby, and I look forward to Plant Papi really growing and having that intimate relationship with you, the plant parent, and of course your plant baby. And just remember, you don't kill the plant; it doesn't die. It just needs attention. That's it.
That's it.
Simple.
Oh yeah, they said they gonna follow up with you, boy. They about to hit you. They about to go on the box today.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Like I said, I'll be doing some road tripping, so I'll coordinate with people. I'm going southbound, so heading down to the MIA soon. So if I gotta travel with some plant babies, I have to coordinate some time in. We'll make it happen.
See, there it is, everybody. So here it is. You got somebody in plant. See, y'all ain't know what y'all didn't know this plant. This one a little different. I've been bringing on people with business and food, all that. I've been real estate. I've been clothing. I've been see. We wasn't expecting somebody to be selling plants on here.
It
They
wasn't
was
ready for that Plant Papi, man. He got everything we need right here.
everything you need right there. Make sure you hit them up. Like, share, subscribe to the YouTube page, Royal Blossom 2018. Also, make sure you get on our mailing list at royalblossomcommunity.co. We got some good stuff coming out. You're gonna be able to rewatch this live. It's gonna be pinned to the top of my Facebook until next week. You can also reach out to Richard. He gonna take good care of you. You have any questions, comments, and concerns? You want to be on this live platform? I'll see what I can do. My schedule's kind of packed out.
Hey, the man's busy.
Man is busy. You know,
You're gonna need a
sometimes.
bodyguard, Ted.
Yep. Sometimes, you know, I might do a double header every now and again. That's only once a month I'm doing double headers because this
Hey,
is
that's time.
time.
That's time. It's a lot.
Lot, man. It takes a lot, man. So I'm glad that you on. I appreciate you. See, he wanted his plans. He got to do what he got to do.
Gotta pay attention.
Because he dedication and give him attention.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we good. So I'll talk to y'all later. Over and out, Mr. Pineapple. Richard B out here. Make sure you follow him. Put your card up there again. There
Plant
it is.
Papi.
Plant Papi. We is over and out. What's his name? See the coach, he said, awesome. Keep up the good work. Yeah, this is what we do out here in the community.
Thank you, Ms.
Bringing
Cass.
everybody together. This purpose driven.
Purpose driven.
I hope y'all liking what we doing, and we off to the top. Everybody, this is one of the things I want to see everybody succeed. I want to see other people's businesses thrive, and we just doing this thing with the community, the Royal Blossom Commonwealth. This is what we do here. We got all the resources here. We don't gotta look what's going on in the world right now. We got everything. We got us. That's all you need to worry about, okay? So keep your eyes focused on your vision, your purpose, and most importantly, on the creator above. Y'all take care. Until next week, Thursday night, 7:30, another phenomenal guest is going to be coming on. We'll see you then. Over and out.
Peace.
Peace.